So Tuesday night, ladies and gentlemen, that was a special night. Obviously, the NBA season has started. Celtics destroyed the Knicks in game one on banner night. But what I want to talk about is the first time ever a father-son duo. Of course, very rare in sports. You got the Ken Griffey, um, senior and junior, but really LeBron James. Bronny James, aka LeBron James Jr., for the first time on an NBA court together, a father-son duo. Obviously, this move was coming. Obviously, the move was much criticized. Obviously, it does feel like LeBron sort of runs the Lakers now. JJ Redick sort of came in as a head coach. It's sort of LeBron alongside AD making all the decisions. I think there was a reason why Darvin Ham was forced out. Now you bring on Bronny James to the scene. I think the expectations from people out there in the national media was there going to be a lot of flack on LeBron. Was Bronny going to force his son to play more minutes than what he actually played? Was there going to be so much pressure on Bronny that he wasn't going to handle it? Would Bronny go to the G League, etc.? I do think a lot of those questions were answered last night. Of course, Bronny came in about 4 minutes left in the second quarter, near the end of the half, did not get a lot of time, got a little bit of time here and there in the fourth quarter when the game was mostly in the balance for a Lakers team that once again, the likes of Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves dominated for the franchise. But I do think, obviously it was a really cool moment for LeBron and his son to be on the court at the same time. I think Bronny, at USC, obviously he was not a great player. And yes, he did suffer from that cardiac arrest, which is unfortunate. I think it sort of derailed his progress at USC. Could Bronny have absolutely needed another year at the program? Yes, that is undoubted. But then again, in this day of college basketball, as I've talked about a lot, with the transfer portal, NIL, one and done, college basketball isn't as developmental as what it used to be, which is why, we're not seeing draft classes hit. And, we're seeing lottery picks and late first round picks and second round picks hitting in the NBA now more because we just don't know where the talent is going to come from. But I do think this is going to be, regardless of how Bronny turns out in the NBA, right? Like, I think at best in the NBA, at the height of his powers, Bronny James, LeBron James Jr., is probably a sixth or seventh man off the bench and a really good, valuable glue guy. Think of a Derek White, a 3 and D type guy if he can develop his shot. We all know how great he is on the defensive end. You can make an argument right now he is about as good as maybe Alex Caruso or maybe a Lou Dort on the defensive end of the court. Obviously, he needs to develop his shot. I think it will come in time. I think JJ Redick, by the way, the new head coach of the Lakers, who again, we just don't know how he's going to do. He could be great. He could be bad. I do think LeBron had a lot of influence in the hire. I think he's handled, the Lakers with grace. I think he's handled the Bronny situation with grace. I think he's coaching Bronny the way that not only Bronny, but the way that LeBron and the rest of the team want to see him coach, which is obviously, not treated with parental treatment. Bronny wants to earn his stripes. And I think him not playing a lot, but playing alongside his father, being ready. And I do think that if he develops a 3-point shot, think about it. He's 6'1", 6'2", and as I mentioned, he's already a great defender. If he can develop that 3-point shot, he could be a perfect role player alongside Don Connect and Rory Hachimura and these other guys the Lakers have. I actually think as a rotational piece later in the season, he could bring some value. I don't mind it on opening night. I think we all expected it. I'm glad for his sake and for LeBron's sake that they did not make a circus out of this. Now, Sam Charania, who of course is the new ESPN insider, he has said that LeBron is going to play at least two more, if not three more seasons. I have said I think that is only the case if LeBron thinks for sure that he could get Bryce in the NBA. Maybe him, Bronny, rights all come together. But I don't believe that's the case. And I am here to say that, the Lakers team, that again, I could be wrong this year, but I had them as the eighth seed in the West. If they're not a very good overall team, LeBron has had his 1 year that I believe he wants with his son. This may be, the last 82, or, if they go to the first round, 86, 87, whatever it would be, game stretch here for LeBron James in his NBA career. He's playing, at age 39, going on age 40, playing like he's 30 years old on the offensive end. But I don't know if, again, the 82 game grind is going to be sufficient for him enough 82 games going forward. So there's my thoughts on that. Good for Bronny. I think he got his feet wet. I love to see him in some garbage time. I do wonder if LeBron would allow him to go to the G League for a little bit just to get more game action and get his shot better. Because again, as great of a defender he is, if you cannot shoot in today's NBA, it's going to turn into a Lonzo Ball situation all over again. But I think Bronny has handled all of this with class. I think it was clear that LeBron and Bronny both wanted this to happen in Los Angeles, and Tuesday night was pretty damn special. It was one of those moments in the NBA you had to watch, a rare opening night moment that the entire world was sticking on to, because again, really outside of a few instances, and the only time I can really think of it as a way was, Vladimir Guerrero Sr., Ken Griffey Jr., Ken Griffey Sr. in baseball. We've seen brothers play together in football. We've seen again a little bit of a father-son combo in baseball. But in terms of basketball, this was the first time ever father-son combo in the NBA. Incredible moment at crypto.com Tuesday night. Like that clip from the Brand's World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brand's World podcast right here on YouTube.